Hi, my name is Marianne, and I am the founder and principal author of Intentionally Yours LLC. And if you have found your way to this page, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Today, Wednesday, November the 23rd, is my official launch date. Welcome. I am so excited to be here. This has been such a journey, and I am loving every part of it. As nervous as I am going into this, I just really feel so inspired by others that I know that this platform is something that will be appreciated. So, what is Intentionally Yours LLC? It's a limited liability corporation, for one. Secondly, I am writing for you note cards and postcards for those hard hitting life moments, the things that you don't know what to say about. I think so much of these difficult life moments that everyone faces from time to time are so hard to capture is that a lot of times they are surrounded by feelings of inadequacy or shame, where it's really hard to know what to say because you don't want to make things worse. Does anybody resonate with that in their own experience? Well, I want to invite you to look at my card selection and sit with it and to shop with a person in mind, because these cards were intentionally written. And this is only the beginning. I have so many cards planned for you all, and I'm just so grateful that I had the ability to write the ones that I have for our launch, and I'm so excited for you to read them. Okay, so what inspired this? Personally, in my life, I have gone through a journey with chronic pain. I have a chronic neck pain issue that was inspired through a whiplash injury in 2012. So that's 10 years ago now. Additionally, I've journeyed with my mother through ovarian cancer, which 10 years ago, praise God, she conquered. I have friends struggling with cancer. I spent a majority of my 20s single. I mean, all of my 20s single. What am I talking about? I got married when I was 30. And I watched a lot of my good friends get married before me and start their families. I also walked beside my friends who got married and struggle with fertility. That's a really hard thing to talk about. And I was so privileged to journey with some of my friends. I've also been entrusted with the information of miscarriages. Those babies are so precious, and it is important to celebrate those lives. But who knows how to do that? Well, again, I invite you to come and read. So, who is Marianne? That's me. And my logo is Intentionally Yours by Marianne. No last name, just Marianne. Because my writer name is Marianne. That's my secretest and identity, and I would like to invite you to know that about me. I have a best friend who lives in Ohio, who always lived in Ohio. And I grew up in Iowa, and we have been best friends since we were 8 years old and have lived in separate states since we were 8 years old. And I will tell you all about that. So, our parents went to a conference together, and we were in the daycare program where they had a program that we went through, and we had classes that were the same age, and we got to know each other. And at the end of it, Kristen asked for my address, and we were going to write to each other. As little 6-year-olds, actually, is when we met. Fast forward 2 years, we do the same thing as 8-year-olds, and Kristen asks for my address. And I look at her address book and I'm like, how do you already have my address? And we realized that we had had this conversation. We had this spark of friendship before. And that was the beginning of Writer Mary. Because from when I was 8 years old to present moment, I spent a lot of time transcribing life events into notes, into letters, and connecting with my dearest friend in the whole world through words. And words are so important for enlivening those challenges that we face in our everyday life. So, what to look for in Intentionally Yours? Postcards are for people who maybe don't have a lot of their own words to add to what is on the card. So the postcard version is for you. And each card comes with a personalized writing prompt, so pay attention to those. I'm trying to help you find your own voice as well as providing a platform from which to speak. The note card versions are for those who do have something to say, but want to couch it inside of like a perspective. Like, okay, let's look at this card this way. And so you have a little bit more space to do that inside of a note card. Additionally, the note cards, you can buy a single note card or you can buy a set of 10. And I'm very excited about this discount because if you select your own set of 10 individual cards, I will honor the discount that is received when you buy a 10 pack. So one card is $5. 10 cards is $40. So you're saving 2 cards on that 10 pack. So for those who love to send notes, that discount is for you. So thank you for being with me just now. I am coming back later with more information as I get ready to launch this page. Again, welcome to Intentionally Yours with Marianne.